What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the stream. Today I am feeling a lot better than last night, and it is a little earlier, so we will be having a more productive stream. Yesterday was not looking too good. It was not. So I figured out what was wrong with a lot of this stuff, and I decided to kind of stray away from the AES encryption just because this stuff is not natively, or it's not an Expo package. It's technically an NPM package, and we can't use that with a React Native application. So I'm just going to be using a different type of encryption called the Vigenère. It's something like the Caesar cipher, but I will be going over that once we get to it. So yeah, I just will not be using the AES at all. Let me just. So yeah, when we, I'm essentially just going to be getting rid of all this and replacing it with the that algorithm that we will be coding ourselves. So the first things first, there was a problem that I found while reviewing some of the code in credentials.js. It's around line 112, and one of the reasons why we had the problem yesterday with all the value detection is because we said that we set the reference to general. So the way we structured our kind of dictionary that holds all of our input our input elements is through this dictionary here, and there's a general and then there's an account, and the account stuff pointed to an input in the general section. So it's so that was why it was giving us errors. So around line 112, just with the password in the account section, just make sure that you change this.inputs at general to this.inputs at account. So that should fix a lot of this stuff there. And then next we can actually just get right into the encryption stuff. So I'm first just going to uninstall all the packages that we had for the AES, just because they'll just take up useless space. All right. So make sure you are in your product directory, and then just go npm remove react-native-aes. Let me just see which ones I had installed. React-native. All right, so it's just -aes, just like that. And hopefully this works. And I'll just refresh. And it is gone. Good. All right, so now that we are not going to use any more AES, we can delete this. So we're just deleting the encryption line. I'm just going to put a to-do to encrypt data. I'm just going to remove these print statements as well. Right there. And then we're now going to go. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to explain a bit of what the Vigenère cipher actually is. Let me just connect the old drawing tablet to the computer. Give me a second. Alright. We are now connected. So if we had a piece of text that was something like this, so I'll just write out what we have. So if we wanted to encrypt the word, this phrase right here, what the cipher does is it takes all the ASCII values, the ASCII values of these characters. So let me actually just look up what those are. ASCII table. Oh, look at that. It auto-detected. Good job, OneNote. Alright, ASCII table. I don't know what, alright, whatever. I'm just gonna say, string, my dog is right here, sniffing around my computer. Okay, so string, okay, so the way that this thing works is it will convert this string right here into a table, or just a row of integers that represent the characters. So 99 corresponds to a lowercase c, 111, hope I have enough room, 109, 109, 117, 110, and dot dot dot, whatever. And then we use a key. So this is the plain text right here. And then the key is equal to, let's say, this right here. And this is also converted into ASCII values. So let me just, so that's just 109.97, 111. So that is the integer value of the key. And then what it does is this cipher will iterate. Let me just actually go right there. So it will iterate through each. So plain text at I. So it will iterate through each thing. So let's just say I goes from 0 to 1 to etc. So we have 111, 109, 109, 117, and then the key at I modulus n, where n is length of key. So for 0, I modulus n is just going to be 0 modulus 3. So 0 divided by 3 is 0. Remainder, is this right? Or is it n modulus I? No, it's I modulus n. So 3 divided by, or 0 divided by, I'm thinking, no, it's 0 divided by n, remainder, whatever. So 0 divided by n is 0, and there's no remainder, so nothing there. And then 1 divided by n, which is 3, so is equal to 3 in this case. So 1 divided by 3 is 0 in integer division, so that's 4 division, and then there's a remainder of 1. And then there's a remainder of 2 for the next one, and then 3, 4. So when I is 3, it's going to be, hold on. So when I is 3, 3 divided by 3 is 1, and there's no remainder, so it's going to be key at 0. And you can predict the pattern, it's going to be key at 1, etc. So this is going to equal 109, this is going to equal 97, this is going to equal 111, this is going to equal 109, this is going to equal 97, and so on and so forth. And then the ciphertext, so let me actually, I can actually just enlarge this now. So what the resultant will be is ciphertext at I will just be 99 plus 109, 111 plus 97. So you just shift it by the corresponding value in the key. Is my dog barking at something? I think he is, whatever. But yeah, faintest communism. Wow. What the hell? Faintest? Alright. I guess my handwriting is that bad. But it kind of produces this, and then what will happen is the ciphertext will then convert this integer value back into a character based on the ASCII table. So 109 plus 99 is equal to 208. 111 plus 97 is equal to 208, right? No. 99 plus 1, am I bugging? 99, no, 208. And then 1, no, alright, so they're both equal to 208. And then what is 20, uh-oh, no, not that, not that. I don't want this, not at all. Alright. Can I do... What is... Hold on. ASCII to string. So we have 208, and that's going to be this little character, space 208. So it's going to be like that. And the ciphertext will be like that, and I guess you can guess that the reverse will just be subtracting the corresponding value in the key. So yeah, it looks pretty, it's pretty interesting. Okay, so we can X out of that. I'm going to disconnect my drawing tablet. And now we can actually get to coding that. Well, I should actually just reopen OneNote. Okay, just so I can have it on the side. So the way I plan on doing this is I'm going to have a separate class in here. So in the password vault in the project folder, I'm just going to go ahead and create a new folder called utils, and then in there I will create a file called visionaire.js, and we're going to have two functions, encrypt and decrypt. So export function encrypt, and it will take in a plain text and a key, and then export function decrypt, and it will be ciphertext and key. All right. So we started with converting both of these, so the plain text and the key, into numbers. So the way we're going to do that is we will have let's say key r is equal to an empty array, and then for int I is equal to, or actually let's just create a variable called let n equal to key.length, and then for int I is equal to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus, and key r dot push, and it's just going to be I forget string or key dot, is it I forget what the thing is, JavaScript key dot charcode at, I think that's a function. Yeah, charcode out. All right. Charcode at I. So what it essentially does is it takes each character, or this is not int I, it's not Java, it's var I, and so it just takes the integer values for the ASCII value and puts it into the array. So now that we have, so create integer array for key, and now we want to create a variable that will store the cipher. So ciphertext it's equal to an empty string right now, and we'll return ciphertext at the end of this function. So now we will be iterating through each character in the plain text. So for var I is equal to 0, len is equal to plain text dot length, I is less than len, and the reason why I'm doing this is so we only have to call dot length once, and then I plus plus. So ciphertext plus equals, so we're going to be getting resultant of a number, so we want to convert that number back into a character. So function to do that is string dot from charcode, and we're going to be inputting a number. So what do we want to do here? So we said we want to take the plain text value. So we'll do plain text dot charcode at I, because that's the ith character in the plain text, and then plus we're going to say key array at I modulo n, like so. So we just get the I modulo n character from the key, add the two values together to get this, and we are golden. All right, so now, you know, you could actually end up having a problem where if the code goes above 255, but wait, is that a problem? Might not be a problem. I don't know. Okay, so that is the encrypt function. So now we're going to do the decrypt function, which is essentially the exact opposite. So the key array, parsing the key into a key array is the exact same, so I'm just copying and pasting. And then instead of ciphertext, I'm going to do let plain text equal to nothing for now. And then we're going to return plain text at the end. And then instead of iterating through the plain text, we're going to iterate through the ciphertext. So for var I is equal to 0, len is equal to ciphertext dot length, I is less than len, I plus plus. We're going to say plain text plus equals string dot from charcode. We're going to go ciphertext dot charcode at I minus instead of plus this time, because we want to go backwards. Since we added a value, we want to subtract the value. So we added the key value to get to the ciphertext, and now we want to subtract that. So minus key r at I modulo n. Alright, so that should work. Okay, now, so we can close that file out. And next, we can go back into credentials, and we can delete these require statements. So I'm back in credentials, I'm just deleting the AES requirements. And I'm going to replace them with an import of encrypt and decrypt from, and then in quotes, .. slash utils. So we're going to the directory, parent directory of this, back one, and then into utils slash visionaire. And that will give us access to the functions. So now we have encrypt and decrypt there. All right, nice. We can also delete the native modules and platform. I actually was able to get that package, the AES package, working, but there was a problem with the package itself, because it wasn't finding a native module. I don't know how the native module works, but I think you can only do that if you're not in Expo. So I think I forgot to mention this, or I may have, when we were installing React Native, and where there was the Expo CLI or the native stuff, and that would only work if we were on the native. So we're not going to do that now, but maybe in the future. But I don't really want to, because this is fine for the time being. Okay. So now all we have to do is just go data. So when we're encrypting data, we can just go data at section at name is equal to encrypt value, and then global.pw. I'm hearing a 1 second. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better today. Yesterday was garbage. Yesterday was actually it was so bad. I don't know. Fridays, I might not be doing any more streams on Friday. I'm just very tired from the week. Saturdays are much better. That might just be me, but who knows. Let me actually see if we can condense this down into an inline if statement. JavaScript inline if statement. All right, so it's just like Java. All right, so instead of doing this, we can just do data at section at name is equal to section is equal to general, and if that's true, just do the value. Otherwise, output or assign the encrypted value. All right, so that condenses these 5 lines into 1. Okay. And now, I hope that's all we have to do. I'm just checking my notes right now because I came prepared. I came prepared this time, guys. I came prepared. All right, I think that's good for now. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go back into dashboard. Now we can actually start doing the wait, did I do this? Create a key. All right, that looks right. Okay. So back in dashboard, we're gonna go ahead and make a couple of modifications to this. So when I was testing the errors that we had yesterday, I found that when we, or wait, actually I forgot to do something. When we submit, so I'm back in credentials.js, when we submit, we just wanna navigate back to the dashboard. So this.props.navigation.navigate to dashboard, and we're just going to pass in a dictionary for true. The reason why we're doing this is because when we navigate back to the dashboard, it didn't seem to be re-rendering everything. It would just output what was there, so it wouldn't actually update the list itself. So by passing in a state, it actually just sets the state and therefore will re-render the thing. Okay, so that works for now. And then we want to move this stuff right here to after after we log in, because we don't want to read the file every time we load the dashboard. So I'm gonna take the code in dashboard in component did mount. I'm gonna go into account.js and I'm gonna create a new function called function read data, no parameters, and it's gonna go ahead and just read the data. So I'm gonna cut the code from dashboard and put it in account, and this will work because it's setting the global variables. So now we want to call this function after we have successfully logged in or have successfully created an account. So in create account, we want to go to success, which is the function we call after we know it's successful, and before the navigation we want to say read data, like so, and then after, in the login class, after submit PW, we want to see in the if digest is equal to contents, before we navigate to dashboard, we just want to say read data. Okay. So that should work for now. And we can delete this right there. So yeah, I hope you all are doing well right now. I had a pretty relaxing day. We actually got our Christmas tree. And yes, I did carry it all the way from the shop to the house without any help, because I am a 6'3" stud. I weigh 200 and I have benched 3,000 pounds. Don't hate on me. Just get jealous, that's all. But yeah, Christmas vibes are coming on. I don't want to get too burned out of Christmas music yet. But who knows? Okay, so in dashboard, what we have to do is, 1 second. So in dashboard, we want to go and so dashboard, in the parse data function, we just wanted to remove this array statement here because that's not going to be necessary. So on line 17, it was global.data.array.forEach. Now just make global.data.forEach. And then we want to, so every time we re-render, so in credentials.js, when we add a set of credentials, we pass in a new state, so it's going to re-render the function. So every time we re-render the function, we want to reparse the global.data, because global.data is updated in this stuff here. So global.data, we just want to reparse. So we're just going to say in the render function this dot parse data, and that should have it all good. And then 1 second. One second. Oh, and then there was another problem that I found, which was here. Wait, was it list? I'm confused. I have notes down here, and I'm not sure. So there was another problem with adding the data itself, because section doesn't actually point to the element in the actual data. So in global.data.forEach, we're going to go info and then index as well, because we want to actually just access that, because we want to be changing it. So 25 for each index. State. I'm confusing myself right now. List at index data. Oh, yeah. So this dot state dot list at index dot data. Okay, hopefully that works. I think that's what I wanted to do. Okay, let's test it out. So we will go ahead. I actually need to start my emulator first. So okay. SDK manager. God damn, I did it again. AVD manager, and I'm just gonna run this. So yeah, after yesterday, I'm pretty sure I slept until like 11 this morning. I was exhausted. Like it was ridiculous how tired I was last night. Like I was streaming until 1, and by like 12:15 I was yawning. It was just, oh my God, that was so unproductive. But today it's a lot better. It's 10:30 and we've already accomplished a lot. So we want to run the project now. So npm start. We can delete or get rid of that tab. Alright. So now I just want to start out in the emulator. More than one device. What? Couldn't reverse. There's more than one device? Do I need to restart this? I'm confused. expo start is it working? More than one device. I'm confused. What do you mean there's more than one device? Oh, great. I mean, maybe I can just do this. 192. What's the problem? Error, there's no, this is the only emulator that's running. Oh, you know why? Because my freaking phone is connected, that's why. Hold on, let me unplug my phone. Oh god. Alright, that should do it. Now, there we go. Oh, stupidest things. Alright. Alright, good. So login. Oh, great. Undefined is not an object. Global.data. Oh, right. So when we actually when we initialize all this stuff, it's not actually like global.data doesn't exist. So we're just gonna initialize it as global.data is equal to nothing. And is dashboard. We don't need the ready anymore. Okay, login. Undefined is global.data. Oh, great. Great. Um, 17 dashboard. 17 global.data. Oh, if global. Will that do it? Oh. What? Account.js. Oh, right. This dot set state doesn't exist. So when in the read data function in the account, just get rid of this dot set state because it's not in a component right now. Alright, hopefully this works now. No, it's not. Oh, great. What under props.sections.reduce section list. Oh, this is this stupid thing. This dot what? Reduce. Dashboard 52. Oh. I think this might already be falling apart. I came in too hot. This is no good. Because it was working. I mean, let me try it, I guess, on my Android phone. Hold on. Alright, I'm running it on my Android phone right now. It's getting the same thing. Okay, so it's not just there. Okay, what is the problem? Let me just, I'm not looking forward. I'm not going to try and debug this, because I don't know what the hell that means. This dot. I mean, maybe if I try getting rid of the state, so if I just disconnect it from the state, so I'll just make a list is equal to nothing for now, and then instead of this dot state dot list, just get rid of, it just becomes list, maybe. And then I return list. And then in render, this sections becomes this dot parse data, and I can delete this function call up here. Okay, that worked. I don't know why, but okay. So that's what it looks like right now. So create credentials. Beautiful, beautiful, by the way, just FYI. Okay. Undefined is not an object, info.general.name. 1932. Let me just go ahead and print out global.data, just so I know what I'm looking at. What the hell? It didn't push it? Oh, that was good. Oh, because it's, oh, so in credentials.js, I'm pushing this .state.data, but it's, I just made it data instead of this .state.data. So that's another problem. That'll do it. Login, create credentials. Shit. Oh, yeah, I know. Oh, God. I knew that. This is another thing that I got stuck on. All right, at least, so you see that this is encrypted. And that's encrypted using the Visionaire. All right. I don't really care about the printing since that works for now. So I ran into this problem earlier where name is not defined for some reason. So I was thinking about just doing not a section list, but just rendering it as a component. So I'm just going to create a component class that is like the section list. So in section list, I'm going to go, or actually in utils.js, we haven't touched this file yet. I'm going to go ahead and create a class, so export class, and I'm going to call it I want to call it sorted list. Extends component. Cannot type. Alright. So that is good for now. Essentially what we're going to do is I'm just going to copy the section list from here and just paste it as a, or I'm just going to stop the app for now just so it's not bothering me. with all the saves and reloads. Alright, so in utils.js, I'm gonna paste, oh no, uh-oh. Okay, so in the sorted list class, we're simply gonna have a render function, and it's gonna return. So I'm just planning on having a view for each thing. So hold on. Render. Oh. Just gonna comment this out just so it doesn't throw me any errors. Alright, so I'm gonna return a view. Or should it be a scroll view? It should be a scroll view. Alright, so a scroll view. And then we're going to go, so we have, the data is going to be in props. So this dot data dot I think this dot data dot props. Let me see how I did it over here. Object dot keys. I'm also going to copy this over from credentials just so I know what I'm looking at. Okay. So we're going to say object dot keys, pass in this dot props dot data dot map key and index. There should be another thing there. Is that right? Alright, so it just needs something. So I will say this, or how do I want to, alright, so this dot props dot render. Oh wait, no. So this is just a section. So if we have a section that's like A, and that points to, or hold on, how did I build the actual thing in dashboard? You know, I'm just gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it the way they wanted, like with the title in a list. I'm just gonna do where each title is the key of the thing. So let's see. If sorter in shoot. JavaScript check if dictionary key exists. All right, if all right, so that's how I was doing it. So if sorter in list, I want to say sorter dot no, list at sorter dot push info dot general dot name, and otherwise list dot push sorter and list at sorter, or actually, let new section equal a well, this actually can't be a list anymore. This has to be a dictionary. So here we'll go let new section equal to I want to go ahead and say it's just going to be a list or an array right now with info.general.name and list at sorter is equal to, or actually we can just do it in here. Yeah, that should work. And we don't even need any of that. So, alright. So all we did was we kind of just replaced the kind of structure that we would typically use for a section list with our own that we can use for here. In objects.keys, so for each section, we're going to say render section header, or because we'll pass in the same prop, so this dot props dot render section header, and we'll pass in the key, and then object.keys this dot props dot data at key, or now it's just this is just an array, so it's this dot data dot props, or wait, no, this dot props dot data at key dot for each, and we're going to pass in item or index as lambda parameters to a function that is just this dot props dot render item with key, or with item, and hopefully that works. Maybe. Let's hope. And delete that. So in credentials, is it? No. In dashboard, after the button, we're going to say, well, we actually have to import the class first. So import a sorted list from /utils, or actually I named it sorted list, but I never actually sorted it. So how do you JavaScript sort dictionary based on keys? Do I really care about this? Do I want to go through that right now? Or JavaScript sort list. Okay, so it's just a sort, alright. So in is it credentials? It is not. In dashboard, we're just going to go ahead and say list dot for each, and that's just going to be item, and we're just going to sort each item. All right, so list at item dot sort. Okay, man. we have done a good chunk of work, and we're not done though. We aren't done. So I still have to do a sorted list here where I just want to copy this because it was kind of like that. But instead we have data, render section header, and render item. Okay. Render item. And item we just pass in that. And render section header. Alright, so now I'm just going to rerun this and hope it works. If it doesn't, I'm going to be kind of pissed, but there's nothing we can really do. Alright, npm start. Okay. Alright, so it's building. Go ahead and click log. Oh, great. Yeah, list.for each. I didn't think that was a function. Is it dashboard? Yeah. I think we didn't we iterate, or well, I don't care, JavaScript iterate through I don't object.keys, okay. So object.keys from list dot for each, and we're just going to pass in item, and we'll say list at item dot sort. All right, hopefully this works. Hey, I think it worked. All right, let's actually, so let's hope this works. All right, the name will just be Amazon for now. We'll type in a random password. Add credentials, no. Undefined is not an object. Evaluating section dot title. Oh yeah, because I did the stupid thing. I didn't actually I didn't update any of the thing. So hold on. So in dashboard, render item is still going to be the same. Render section, instead of section dot title, it's just going to be section, and that should do it. So we'll do Lego this time, and random password. Add credit. No, great. This dot props dot data. At key dot for each. Oh, didn't that work? JavaScript iterate list. I mean, I guess we can just do. All right, whatever. All right, so in utils.js, I'm just going to do for. I'm just going to manually iterate through each one. So I is equal to 0, len is equal to this dot props dot data at key dot length. Let me see. Yeah. I is less than len, I plus plus, and it's just going to be this dot props dot render item. Or it's not item, it's this dot, it's going to be this dot props dot data at key at I. And that should do it. What? What is wrong with unexpected? Oh, great. Great. Shit. It should be a there should be a for each, or did I just misspell it? I think I just misspelled it. Yeah, I probably misspelled it. Oh no. Does this work? Maybe. Okay, that is fine, but we're not getting anything, which means there's something. To console.log this.props.data, just to see if it's actually working. So object nothing for now, which is fine. It should be okay. Render section header. That's exactly what we want. There is the input for the data. Now we just, I don't know why the render section stuff is not working. Alright, maybe that'll work. Or this isn't going to work. I'm just going to see what's wrong, just to make sure it's actually getting stuff. Okay. So it's getting all the proper stuff, and then it's just a problem now with the render section header. Is that the problem? I think that might be the problem. Okay, hopefully this works. It's not working. Let me try something over here, where I just print something out every time I want to render the item. Console.log name. Maybe this will work? Or no, this isn't gonna work. Oh, great. What do you mean you can't find name? Oh, maybe, you know what, I think I need to, maybe let me try this. Maybe, yeah, that might be it. Alright, login. Alright, no errors, that's good. Okay, I'm just gonna try and print out what's in the name. This is, Oh god. What do you mean you can't find name? It's right there. It's right there. Alright, we pass in item and key. So name apparently isn't a thing. But oh god. This might be our next big issue. This is also where a lot of experience in this language would also come in handy, but I obviously don't have any. Alright, so let me think about what could be wrong. So in utils, I call this.props.render section header, and I pass in a key. And the key we saw was the right thing in the item too. So this.props.render section header. And it's calling this because it's telling us that nothing happened. Or that it couldn't find the name. So it's calling the right function. It's just not passing in the right variable. But it should be, which is weird. Let me see. Let me see something here. Let me see what this outputs. Key. Alright, so key is that. Maybe if I try getting rid of these here. Let's try that. Oh, great. 5268. All right, so which one is 68? '52, column 68. What? What? Maybe that'll give me something. Nope. Alright, so it should be working, but it's just not. This is always what you like to see. One second. Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna jam. I'm gonna put some music on so I can clear my head. I wanna do Look, they recommended me my own video. Look at that. That's, you see, YouTube's algorithm is great. It's really great. Is the Minecraft soundtrack, is that copyright? Hold on. Is the Minecraft soundtrack copyrighted? Oh, okay, so allowed to have if I need what I get, alright, you will, okay. Just in case, oh, 2011, Jesus. Okay, so I have to. Okay, so I'm going to be streaming C418's Minecraft soundtrack, which is a great soundtrack. Volume beta, actually. It is great. Volume beta is nice. Oh, this is. I think this is what they play at the end credits, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna turn this down. Okay. Alright, let's get back to this. Even though this music makes me not want to code. Oh man, I'm so conflicted. Pass in function as props. Stop handle click. Oh, is it the bind thing? I think it's the. Oh, it's probably the bind thing. I think it's the bind thing. Alright, so in utils, I'm going to go into sort list. I'm going to in the constructor. Alright, so this props.render section better bind this. Is that right? And I'm just going to do the same thing here. And here, I'm just going to say this dot render header dot bind this. Hopefully this works. This isn't key, this is icon. This is actually what we call the Minecraft sound how we create it worked. But now it's not giving us a thing, but it worked. Alright, so we got the thing in. Alright, the slapping, put the slap will come up. Okay, so we got the render, right, so we got the rendering proper, but now it's just not it's not just showing it. and we just want to change this here, this item, to key. Alright, hopefully this works. I will be ecstatic if this works. I will throw my phone through the wall if this works. It did not, so my phone is safe. Alright, let's just make sure that it's reading it properly again. Alright, it's reading it, but it's not. Maybe if I really just try something. Because I'm suspecting that it's passing in the dictionary of item. And it's not actually, and it's not finding a proper key. I'm just suspecting that, but I'm wrong. I mean, let me just check what my code is. Alright, that's pretty much all I wanted to listen to in the beta. So now I'm gonna go to the alpha, which is also an even larger slap. But thank you, C418, for that. I will put the link to the description as that site says. I need to turn this up. Alright. So, I wanted to check out what my code was for the scroll view in the test, so. Alright. App.js. We had scroll view was somewhere here. Scroll view, so there was nothing special about the scroll. Oh no, nothing. No, everything is the same. God damn it. See, I really want to be raged, but I cannot. This music is like physically preventing me from raging. Nintendo and Lo-Fi. Have you guys listened to Lo-Fi hip-hop beats to study and chill to? Relaxing music? Have you guys listened to that? It has to do with a big problem with something in the render item kind of prop thing, because it wasn't working with this section list either way. So Here, let me just React native section list. I swear to God, if it's some stupid thing where I just didn't actually display, no. I am displaying it. Let me try this. Style is equal to that. Let me try something here. Let me just see if it actually renders it. So it's not. Maybe that'll do it? Nope. So it doesn't seem like the list is actually just getting displayed by... It doesn't seem like the list itself is just getting displayed. I mean, maybe if I... Let me try this. Let me try going back to the section list. How do you do a comment again in this? Yeah, there you go. Alright, let me re-import section list. Oh, but then I'm gonna have to redo all not delete that. Just let me just. Let me see here. Oh wait, no. Sections. Is this really in the soundtrack? There's no fucking way this is in the soundtrack. No. There's no way this is in the soundtrack. Here it is. This is the one I'm looking for. Alright, button. Maybe this will work. Nope. Were we getting this problem before with the section list? I think we were. Let me try use the safe area view. Is that a thing? That is that is a thing? Really? Let me try that. Alright, so the list itself is just not working. Alright, so it has to be some sort of problem with these functions not returning anything, which is weird because they do, and this is practically the same code that I took from here, not here. This is practically the same code. I mean, if let me try, I can put this in text and see if this works. I'll try this, but that won't work. Yeah, it's not working. So I'm going to try and, so React native props functions not returning. Maybe this. Render. Set the state. So maybe we have to set the state every time? No, but that shouldn't. No, that shouldn't do it. No. This is not what I'm looking for. All right. React native sectional list not display. This then lets you access it. Maybe it had to do with side, but I don't think that could be the case because I don't think it was something that was wrong with the section list itself because it was working in the test. Do essentially going to take so the title, so what do we, let me just go ahead and let me just go ahead and console.log this.parse data just to see what it looks like. Login. List.form, great. Alright, I can. Well, now it's. Oh, and this section is not right either. I just want to get it to the point where I can print something out. Just because I don't think this code is compatible with what Oh, it also cannot, the list also has to be an array. That's another thing. I don't care about the sort. Alright, so the title is F. Do sections is equal to this dot parse data, render item is equal to item index section. Okay, I'll just copy what he's doing for now. Set sections in the key extractor is equal to item index let's see if this works. Let's go. But now we have to do this as a button. Oh, it might have been the key. It might have been the stupid key. I think that was it. Title is equal to item. On press is equal to this dot go to page dot, hold on. What I want to make sure that I'm doing this right, because no, I'm just gonna do whatever. This dot go to page. Let's see if this works. It works. Okay, nice. Now we're just going to add the ability to save the stuff. So in credentials, once we add the stuff, we're just going to go ahead and save it. So that's going to require file system. And so file system. Right. Do I need to remember this? No, it's in the I'm copying this, you guys don't know. So right is here, we're going to do pw.json because that's where account reads it from. Yes. And it's going to write. And then it'll navigate once it's done. And it's going to write, not digest, but JSON to stringify. Now let's see if this is going to work. Credentials, let's do Lego and random password. Credentials. But that's fine. So now let's go ahead and reload the app. Am I supposed to do that somehow? And just command S again. Log in. No. Is data an array? Let me see. Data is global.data. Global.data is an array. Okay, so that's fine. Console.log info. Let me just copy this too. Alright, let's see. Login. It did work! It did work, but it's not. It did work. Alright, so it saved it. Nice. That is good, Okay. But now it's not reading it. Let me see this now. Object account. So global.data is fine. Now let me go to dashboard. I'll see. Let's see. Oh no. Global.data isn't. Oh, I got it. I know why. Because. Hold on. I don't want it to print the digest. I don't really care about that anymore. Read data. Oh, I got it. So I'm just gonna put this statement in here because we read data in here. We also just go navigate to the dashboard after. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put that in there. Global.data. All right, and then I'll have to. I can actually just do a couple things here. I can do read data. I'll pass in PW, and I will pass in props because this .props is not accessible by an external function. So read data. We can actually just do this .success, or actually we don't have to do this .success anymore. We can just do read data, and it can read text and this .props. So in there, and then in the login, we can do read data, and then we'll pass in text again, and this .props. Alright, hopefully this works. Let's go! Let's go! Okay, that is big. Okay. Oh. That is big. Oh, that is quality. That is a big accomplishment. I think I'm done. I'm sorry. It sounds dumb, like I don't want to say. So yes, I am done for the night, but